Okay. I do some weird stuff, but it worked. All right. So we lose the music because the phone that was operating the music is now operating the stream. And that phone only has about 80% battery. And this one I've dropped a lot, so I'm not sure what it's going to do. All right, so all my programs that write reports are going to be all jacked up because I stopped in the middle of this stream. But it is what it is. All right, we were on the Marble 656. This is the 656 Yankee Axe. And like I was saying, it's got a very good hand profile. It fits well, and you can choke it up fairly well. It's got that fat lump there. And what you use choking for would be like stripping. And if you don't have a blade and all you had was your hatchet, um, you can do a little bit with that. It's not a knife though; it's a hatchet. All right, so that's the Marble 656 Yankee Axe. And anybody that's still here, I appreciate you being so patient with me. I will give a great dangle deal on the 656, and that is going to be 15 bucks on the 656. That's $7 off. Cowbunga Carl said you got me at 15. Thank you, Cowbunga. Got to get that stuff out there. I appreciate y'all being patient and coming back to me. It's not every day that you make friends like that on Whatnot. All right, I know you're over here because I already sold you something. Where is your box? There it is. Oh, you got to get a box upgrade. That's what's going on. All right, you need a bigger box. All right, so let's say you don't like wood, giggity. Chair's not for sale, my friend. It's the closest thing to the Morpheus chair I get. I'll tell you what. If you can find me two chairs like Morpheus and Neo sat in the Matrix that are in good shape, I will gladly trade you two of these for two of those. All right. Next up is the Marble 662 German axe, and this one I believe has a fiberglass handle. Yes. Now the German axe is much heavier. All right. Look at the size of that maul on that thing. All right. It's got quite the face on it. This one's painted as well, and it is a fiberglass handle. Has rubber overmolding. You can still choke it up, and it's got the neck guard on it. I recommend still throwing a leather one on there. Feels good in the hand. A little thinner than the wood variant, but I think it's because the fiberglass can produce more strength in a smaller diameter handle. Like before, we're going to give you a little dangle deal on it. 15 bucks. 15 bucks. This is the German Marble 662 axe. German Marble 662 axe. Much more weather resistant. If your kid leaves it outside, it's not going to completely decimate the handle and start giving you splinters, All right. I have several Marbles axes and Marbles devices we're going to go through. I prefer a wood handle as well. All right, next up is the Marbles General Purpose Knife, I believe it's called. All-purpose knife. I got to be honest with you. Back in the DSOBN Everywhere Knife days, I would have said that was the greatest knife ever made. I would say that this Marbles all-purpose knife has a couple of uses and a couple design features that I liked a little bit more than my own. It's got a taller blade profile, all right, so it should be a little stronger. It does have a lanyard hole in it, so I presume that the hilt extends down to there, but it does not show through the back. All right, so I don't know for sure. I like the lightning grooves on the side or bloodletters because that keeps vegetables from sticking to it as much. I know that kind of sounds weird, but most of the time you're not fighting with these. Only thing I have in K-Bar Cowabunga is those cards. And it does come in a half fold sheath. It folds over and goes halfway down there. That is the Marbles all-purpose knife. Marbles all-purpose knife. They're regularly $19. Like I said, I am running dangle deals all day today. We'll do 15 on that one. I do have 2 more brand new in the box. Nobody's touched. Thank you, Cowabunga Carl. Cowabunga Carl with the win. Thank you, Cowabunga. I appreciate you, my friend. Gotcha. Thank you so much, sir. I've actually been pretty pleased with Marbles. All right. Still got 2 more. Anybody else wants one? We'll run another one at 15. $15 if anybody else wants one. The cowbell is too loud for this studio. Right here, I'm in my house. At my other studio, I do still use it. No takers. All right. That was the last time I showed that till tomorrow night. That's right. All right, the small marbles is next. These are the bird and trouts, and I was kind of hoping they would have been in a box so I could have played with one as a thrower and then made a determination. But you know, when you're cleaning small things like birdies and small brook trout, you don't need a lot of blade, but you do need sharpness because it's in close proximity to your fingies, and you need your fingies. All right. So these are $9. We'll give you a little dangle on it. $7. $7 on the Marbles bird and trout knife, and it could also work as a super slim neck knife. But if you had to get a poking and a stabbing with it, I don't know that it would be durable enough. Like if you hit bone, it probably would stick in the bone. Whereas you need something that can chip the bone to get it back out. I'm just saying. All righty then. I used to have knives everywhere, and now I have none. But if you don't have a knife, you can use a P51 to cut tape. No problem. And how many did I have? 52, 52. What is the, oh, this is their Damascus Skinner. Okay. All right, so this is the Marbles Damascus Skinner. Does come with a leather sheath. And like I said, it's Damascus, and that is their Skinner. They're $23, and if I remember correctly, that was actually a really good price on that. But I will run it at 20, just because I appreciate all of y'all standing here with me and taking a shot to see what I got. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I know it's very tempting to go over there and just keep swiping to buy all that same shit day after day that you don't need. But You came here instead. Thank you. All right, what was that other axe we just missed? It was the Camp Axe 701. That's a smaller one, I think. 653, 654. What color is the 701? Is it wood? I don't even see another wood one here. Huh. Oh, Shiite. Now I know why I didn't see it. All right, so the 701, it might be one of their U.S. made ones. Some of the Marvel stuff is made in the USA, and it does have slightly better packaging. So let's see if that's the case. Don't want to mess up the tape on a U.S. made product. Although the tape's probably fucking Chinese. I know why tape's Chinese. Ah, it's El Salvador. This is it, though. Does have dual colors, but not by much. 701 SB. 701 SB. All right, so this is the Marbles Camp Axe. This does not have that thick profile. This one's much lighter. This would probably fit through a 40 millimeter high explosive grenade pouch. Almost like almost heading towards a tomahawk profile. And this casting is marked, says Marbles on it. This is from El Salvador. We're gonna go for $20 because I've been dangling for y'all the whole way through the axes. $20 on the Marbles Camp Axe. This one was made in El Salvador. If you ever worked with anybody from El Salvador, they will make sure you know it's not El Salvador. It's El Salvador. At least the ones I worked with did. And they did not like being called Mexicans or Guatemalans. One guy would just be a dick, and they did not like that. All right, I have another German style axe with a wood handle. I actually have a couple of the German styles. The German style would be the blade profile, and then the handles can change. If I have any more of these multi-function folders, I would recommend grabbing one. Because when I went to the farm market, I sold out of most of them. Well, forget that. I can't find them. No double bits. I do have more. I got these German ones. I'm going to pull a wood one next. All right, Marbles German style axe. And this one is 600 grams. Genuine hickory. All right, this is the next German one with wood handle. This is a 654. Oh, how do I close that? And we're going to scan it real quick just to make sure I'm looking at the right one. That was live earlier. Wonder what happened there. Yes. There we go. Looks like that needs edit because it clearly didn't come with a sheath. Somebody was probably throwing one in on that and it loaded it. All right, there we go. No holsters. Check out my website, dsovn.com. All right, so this is a German style axe. This is a genuine hickory handle. It's a 15-inch, $22, and I will do a dangle on that one as well. $17 on this German one, and it is live at 17. 17 does come in a plastic bag. This one's not in a big white box the way the Sabadorian was. And this one is made in India. Made in India. Probably doesn't say genuine American hickory. I do have more fiberglass, and I got one more with a wood handle. Last one with a wood handle. This one has a smaller profile blade, so it probably store in more places, and it's a little bit shorter. This one is, well, it ain't that much shorter, 14.75 inches. So unless you're talking about tires, it really is insubstantial. Also a genuine hickory handle, and this one is also made in India. I do like the contours there, and the choking feels good. It fits the hand very well. They're 22. We'll do a dangle on that one as well. $19. Oh, I know I can get them, but something like that is expensive and expensive to ship. So, do you know what kind of model you want? Do you just want a super cheap, or you want like a Granford Brooks, or I know I didn't say that right, but I can get them. I can definitely get them. You want wood? You want fiberglass? If you want fiberglass, you're better off to just go down to like southern states or your Lowe's. If you want wood and a good brand, that's where I come in. Anybody can get fiberglass. I don't know if Marvel's makes a double bit or not, but I'll look. I'll look and see. Classic Michigan pattern double bit. Send me that in the messages, and I'll try to find it. All right, let's see here. What do we got in this fiberglass? This one, it has a skinnier profile down the bottom than the last one. It's also called a Yankee axe, but this one is a 16-inch overall. 16-inch overall, and we'll dangle it out there at 19. 19 on that one. Ooh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. It's a wonderful axe. Beautiful axe. One of the best axes in the history of all axes. What's up, retired boss? How you doing today? Welcome to the cult, my friend. Very big head on that one. Giggity. Thank you, sir. Came here a browser and you accidentally joined a cult. Protect those weaker than yourself and make the 3 feet around you the best place anybody could be today, sir. Whew. All right. 2 more of the fiberglass, I believe. 1 more of the fiberglass, I believe. Uh-oh. I got 2 more, but I can't remember which ones we ran. We ran that big, gigantic one. We rode the one with the big head. That one went first. Then we did his, and this would be the last of the fiberglass. This one, it does have a smaller head profile, but flares up at the top on there. I do, South Georgia. One of the things that I started this business for was to be ready in case of a zompocalypse. And I found that as I got more into my whatnot journey, I was getting farther away from my zompocalypse preps. And every once in a while, I get hatchets and big long knives to remind me what I was really here to do in the first place. I find it keeps me grounded. So anyway, all right, 15-inch overall, 5.88-inch black-coated EN9 steel. EN9, not NE9, all right? EN9 steel axe head with 3.75-inch cutting edge, black and orange synthetic handle, does have a lanyard hole. The head weight is 600 grams, baby. Here we go. Let's see. We're going to put a dangle on that one, too. We'll do 19 on that one as well. 19 on this one. Get ready. Thank you. Get ready for your zompocalypse or just cutting some wood. I mean, some people do very innocuous things with wood cutting devices, like cut wood. Not everyone's chainsaw and hatchet preferences are geared towards psychopathic slaughter or zompocalypse preparations. You know, just me for some reason. While we are on the subject of zompocalypse preparation, this Vietnam era bodyguard hunting combat knife thing is just bad A. Rothko Vietnam combat knife does have a nylon style sheath with leg tie down. It is a riveted construction, and when it comes to the knife itself, it is a fighter. It is a fighter. That's oil on there, not like shark paint. I don't have a tote. Does have a skull crushing pommel, and it is steel, based on how my head feels when being pummeled with steel things. All right, they are $34, but in the spirit of everything we've been doing today, I've been offering some dangle deals. So we're gonna knock it down a little bit. Let's say $29. $29. Rothko Vietnam combat knife, and I think it's a decent fighter. It's not a Sykes Fairborn, all right, but it stays oriented in the hand a little better than the Sykes Fairborn does too. So it is what it is. When it comes to fighting knives, long and pointy and full hilt, that's what you want. Because once you get it stuck in the sternum, it's kind of hard to get it back out in a hurry. If you can't get your foot up on them, it's going to take a minute. Actually, like these will be, these and the marble utility knives are going to be, or general purpose knives, are going to be a continuous buy here. Oh man, I didn't think I have any more compasses. I thought that one that sold on the buy it now over the weekend was the last one. All right, I got one left of these. It says two, but I only saw one. Rothko military style OD marching compass. These are liquid filled. And slide ruler, magnifying glass, and it's a cast aluminum case. Cast aluminum case. They are $15. I ain't gonna dangle too much because I know I don't get a lot on that. $13 if anybody's interested. I will dangle it out there at 13. They are a lot lighter than my military one. So, you know, it's beneficial in that. A lot lighter than my military one. And 1/10 of the price. That's the funny thing. And when it comes to picking direction, it does about the same thing. It just doesn't do it at night as well. All right, so it looks like the Vortex didn't make the cut. They will go in the knife show next week. Ah, there is another one of those compasses. Here it is. Okay, that makes sense. Finally got another old forge in. They've been out of stock for a while. Usually get one at a time. They call this the bushcrafting steak knife. No joke. It's about a half hilt. Bushcrafting steak knife is what it's called. This is by Old Forge Knives. Shit, how did that not make it in there? All right. That would explain why it's still here. Somehow that one did get loaded. All right. We'll get that in there for tomorrow night. Those are usually cheap, like, I don't know, less than 29. All right, I did get some diamond stones in. Only got in 3 of them though. What I've not used this one before. It's 111 by 23 millimeters, and it can be used by hand, but they were originally designed for the DMT diamond sharpener kits. So I don't know what that's comprised of, but I saw a guy on YouTube using one of these because they were so much smaller and lighter as a carry around for his bushcraft kit. And I was like, that's actually a really good idea. We're going to give that a try. So they are priced at 18. We'll do the dangles today. We'll give you 16 on it. And we'll run that now. $16 on the Diamond DMT Whetstone. And it's made for the aligner, but it can be used by hand. It's a super lightweight option for a real big whetstone that you would normally have to carry. All right. I don't know what the stands look like. I just seen this guy using it, and I was like, "Oh wow, that was so easy. That's so nice and so light." I forget what he had it in, but it was like you wouldn't have expected a sharpener to be in there. Ha ha! Got another old hickory in. Be getting these occasionally. Personally, I am a kitchen knife thrower. So when it comes to yard sales, I'm always looking for kitchen knives to throw. But in the years that I've been throwing kitchen knives, I found that one of my favorite knives to throw and then subsequently to work with was the Ontario Old Hickory series that has the wooden handles. Now, the Old Hickory series, as you can see, is a full hilt. And that's one of the reasons why I actually like working with these. Now, I have a butcher version that I made a Kydex sheath for and has a big 5 or 6 inch ferro rod. And that is one of my preferred bushcrafting kits. It actually stays in the truck because if I were to have to dismount and go bushcraft, that would be the one I wanted to have with me. And I do love my DSOBN Everywhere knives, trust me. But that old hickory, it just feels good in the hand and it's very nostalgic. All right, I did get one of their slicers. Um, I've never batoned with a slicer. Don't know how that would go, but I have batoned with their butchers and it worked just fine. The slicer, I think, might be a little too malleable. All right, we'll do a little dangle on that. 15 bucks on the Ontario slicer. This is from Old Hickory. And these are very well made knives. They are carbon steel. They do strike ferro rods. I have been pleased with mine, and I've been humping mine for, I don't know, I probably had it 15 years by now. I am very curious to see what this Rock River is, or Rough Rider is. I don't remember. Oh, well, that's actually nice. Okay. I was going to say, I didn't remember buying Rough Riders, but I did get on a bushcraft knife kick the other week, and this might be one of the ones that never got loaded. I have 3 of these Rough Riders, and they are brown linen micarta. It's a fixed blade. It is a full tang, and it's brown linen micarta, and it is lightened, as you can see, and it actually feels good in the hand. Yeah, I can see you doing some work with that. It's got kind of an excellent or elegant little sheath there too. And it comes with the lanyard already attached. I have 3 of these. Since I have 3 of them, we'll do it as a flash sale so that y'all can get all of them. 3 of them, and we'll do them at 14. I have 3 of these left, and we'll do them at 14 if you're interested. They are an elegant looking micarta handled, lightened hilt knife. Very elegant, very mature, very responsible. Cowabunga Carl grabbing one. Thank you, Carl. 2 more, y'all. 2 more. Carconen grabbing one, and Una Mas, the demo. The demo is still out there. We got Cowabunga Carl. We got Carconan. And the last one, which got open right in front of you, by the way. The last one. Last one. Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Nobody? All right. We got 30 seconds left on that deal. We're going to put it back in the sheath. We're going to show it to you. We're going to stick it up here on our wonderfully shaped 1-to-6 ratio body. We're going to say, hey, baby, take a look at that knife. Take a look at that knife. These are patrol pants, by the way. If you're interested in them, I can get them. I think they're $48. They are from Rothco, and they are very comfy. I just sometimes I want to pamper myself, so I just put on my patrol pants and sit around the house. All right, Cowabunga Carl and Carconan, we got you, buddies. Thank you. And you both have a bin already. All right. Give it to me, baby. All right, couple more of the Spirit Survival heads came in. Oh, dagnabbit. And of course, they did not make the listings. But the Marble Spearhead set did, and we got 2 of those. Check it out. Spearheads. And then I have the Survival Gig Head set too. So let me see if there's a difference here. And if there isn't, then I'll give you winner's choice on them. All right, we're going to give you a buyer's choice on that. All right, so there's 2 different variations. There's what I would call pig and boar. And then there's pig and frog. Like I did that. Pig and boar, pig and frog. They're $12 a pop. That's not a lot of margin at 12. So I'll give you a little bit of a dangle at 11, but you're gonna have to use a coupon beyond that. $11, buyer's choice. You can get the boar and frog, or you can get the pig and frog, or pig and boar. Boar and frog or pig and boar. Winner's choice. No takers on those. Gotcha. All right. Getting low on Fiskars again. I know I forget to put them out intermittently. I'm very sorry about that. I am a horrible host. Fiskars 7-inch folding saw, and it looks like I already got it marked down, but we'll give you a little bit. We will give you a little bit. All right, just a tip. All right, 7-inch soft grip folding saw from Fiskars. We put it down to $8. It'll save you $1. It's 7 inches, and it'll cut the whole length. Giggity. All 7 inches working for you at all times. Got any pre-bids? Anybody go in and do any pre-bids? Let me know. All right. Oh, that was a big mess. Damn. All right, next up, Kobe sauce. If you're not familiar with a Kobe saw, it is a small saw meant to help you process firewood and do some camp building. And what I mean by that is sometimes it's just not practical to go hammering a knife through a piece of wood at a 90-degree angle, but that's actually what you need is a 90-degree angle. Whether you're making a pegging hole or whether you're making a peg for a hole or whatnot, there are some times when you need a flat end and you don't want it to taper too much. So Kobe saws are great for that because they're small, they're lightweight, and they're not quite as flexible as the Japanese style trim saws, but they're not quite as light as them either. The Japanese style trimming saw with the wooden handle weighs next to nothing, maybe 3 to 4 ounces. This is probably 7 to 9 ounces. So when you're carrying things, ounces matter. And people that carry things a long way will say grams matter because grams equal ounces. And the reason why people say ounces matter is because ounces equals pounds. So anyway, $8 a pop on those. I have 3 of them left. Not giving any discount on those because these are already about 40% under the retail price. They are $8, and these are by Outdoor Edge. Every once in a while, I find more of these things. I swear they freaking they procreate down here. Either that or I just ordered so many of them the last time that I didn't even know what I had. All right, here we go. This is an M16 style rifle gun cleaning kit. It does come with the pouch and all the accoutrements. It even comes with an oil bottle and some patches. We'll do 11 and we're running it out. Anybody interested, grab it and get it going. I can't do the continuous screaming and all that, so I will be ending soon. Anybody got any requests? My wife made me promise I would never do cocaine, so I can't act like them young people anymore. All right, Chris Lick had a pre-bed on the poultry knives, but they're not here. I should be to that shop Monday or Tuesday. I do not think I will be coming on tonight, but I know I will be coming on tomorrow. As of right now, it's set for 7. But I think I'm going to come on a little early because I have a friend that goes on at 7, and I don't want to be running up against him. I'd rather share viewers with him than withhold viewers from him. But what do I know? I still have honor in a world without it. So what the fuck? All right. It's that time, y'all, where I get preachy. Look. Yes, we'll be able to raid out to him tomorrow night. The world sucks. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. The world does suck, but it doesn't have to. If you think about it, the reason why it generally sucks is because of humans' involvement with other humans. At 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning when nobody's up yet and you're all alone, world's kind of nice. But as soon as you guys start talking to your neighbors or performing your tasks or driving in traffic with your fellow humans, the world begins to suck. Well, don't be the suck. That's about the best you could do. Don't be part of the problem, and you're kind of by default part of the solution. So if you think like that, You try not to be part of the problem. You try to stay out of the way for the people that are dealing with the problems. Um, you'll find that it gives you more hope because you'll be like, if I can do this, others could do this if they tried. So that is only hope. You're not going to expect it to happen because that would be kind of foolishness. But once you believe that if I change, others could change too, then it makes it easier to be a part of your community because you want to lead by example so that others can come to change too. Um, that being said, it doesn't make you a doormat. It doesn't make you weak. If you listen to my creed, obviously my creed is not one of weakness. It's one of improvement and making people feel better about what's going on in their lives when they're around you. So you don't have to be a doormat. So, but you should be trying to make it a little bit better for other people. That being said, when it comes to it, you got to go to town. You go to town. Don't hold back. As a good redneck friend of mine used to say, there ain't no right and wrong once the fight started. So keep that in mind. You'll be judged on what led up to the fight more than what happens in the fight. All right, y'all. Anybody got any requests? Anybody need to get something on? Anybody else need to get anything on in their packaging? I mean, I know the postal service isn't cheap, and the more things you could fit in there without incurring additional cost, the better. So I want to try to help you do that whenever I can. Don't forget to check out my various websites. dsovn.com is my main website. I do ammo, magazines, firearms accessories, night vision devices, thermals, you name it, it's on there. And parts. Now, here's the irony of it. Come July, we won't be able to possess some of that stuff here in Virginia anymore. So, as of right now, I might have to shut down the magazine side of my business. But I was talking with the distributor, and they felt like as long as I put a do not ship to store, I wouldn't be in violation of any of the laws because it'd only be going out to clients. So if that's the case, I might maintain that side. If not, so be it. The commies are going to have their way eventually. It's too easy to convince people that it's okay to sit around, not do anything, and have everything you want because the people that are there to hear it are the ones that are already sitting around. The ones that are working don't have time to listen to that fantastical idea. So probably shouldn't have hit the politics so heavy right there, but that's the way I feel about it. Ain't nobody discussing the idea of free living with me. And it might be because I'm always working, so I don't have time to sit around with people that might think like that. I don't know. Put it in the comments. All right, y'all. Be good to each other. I will see y'all sometime tomorrow. Make sure you are bookmarked and you have the notifications on because while I am hammering out this new schedule, there will be some times when I discover I've scheduled myself a block of nothing to do and I'm near a camera and I might go live. And sometimes that's the best time to buy the deals. All right. Be nice to each other. And I'm going to raid y'all out to someone. The Red Rock or the Miltech. The Red Rock is nice in that it is lightweight polymer and easily washed. The Miltech. Are you looking at the aluminum or the plastic? Because I think the aluminums are actually Rothco. And I do not have those in this shop. All right, the aluminums I'm pretty sure are at the other shop. Let me go look in one box real quick and I'll show it to you. Oh, there's a fucking poultry nose. Ha! All right, I am pretty sure those mess kits are at my other shop. I will not be live over there till Monday or Tuesday. The metal mess kits are nice in that you can cook on them. So um, if you are going to a communal gathering where food's going to be prepped in mass and you only need enough to feed yourself to hold the food, the Red Rocks are suitable as well. But if you need one that you can heat the food on over an open flame on like propane or wood or something like that, you have to get aluminum, and they do hold up fairly well. Now, if you're out there for 20 some days every year, you might not get 20 years out of it, but you're going to get whatever that cost is. I think those are in the like 22 bucks. Yeah. Can't remember how much those are. And I can get some of the military ones from foreign countries, but I just didn't really see. Okay, 19 or 20, around in there. Yeah. So I didn't really see where they would be worth getting the imported ones when I could get the Roscoe Deluxe 5-piece kit at that price, sell at that price. So it is similar, but not the same as the GI styles. Very similar. Can't remember what the Boy Scout one was like. It might be more like the Boy Scout one. Did the Boy Scout one have the butterfly to screw it down? Yeah, all right. Then this one's like the Boy Scout one. Yeah, because the GI one, it just had that spring clip and spring hinge. So you close it and hold it closed. All right. I know I do have them. I'm sure I probably have the 4 it says on there. I saw 2 of them the other day. So I know I've got 2 of them, but they are at the other shop. No problem. I'll be on Monday or Tuesday. Usually when I do that one, I say surplus at the shop show. So everybody knows I'm at the church sanctuary. I'm in a bigger building there and I have a lot more stuff. All right. That being said, after Friday, a lot of this stuff is going to be getting moved. I've got other plans for what I'm going to sell in this area over time. And now that I've seen this view here, I actually prefer that to my OBS view. So if you're a regular of mine and you're still in here, if you like that view, give me a thumbs up or hit me a message or whatever, and I'll get a camera mounted there so we can do that next. All right, if there's no other requests, all right, good. If there's no other requests, I am going to head on out of here and get y'all stuff packed up. And I might even talk to a man about a horse. You never know. You gotta be country and know what that means. All right, y'all. I'm gonna rage this out. Be good. Be nice to each other. Don't be part of the problem. And remember, God loves us all. Even when we're screwing up, even if you don't even know Him yet. Like, it's like that. It's kind of crazy. All right. I'll rage y'all out to someone. I love We Save You Money. Let's send you out to them.